singer-songwriter, Linda Thompson. Thank you so much.
Wow, lots of great friendly faces, familiar faces. I'm looking for Aunt Betty. Where's Aunt Betty? Oh, 1 second, excuse me. Okay, she's going to go back. That's my Aunt Betty Sue. If you've read the book, she just had surgery, so I was wanted to make sure she was okay. Find her seat. You okay? Okay. All right. You know, family first, right? So I'm so happy to be back here in Memphis. It's home. It's where I grew up. It holds so many memories for me, and I love the people here. I love having grown up in Memphis and being imbued with the values that are imparted to us here. It's just such a great place to be from. Not to say I don't love Malibu, but and you guys are so sweet to turn out like this. Has anybody read the book yet? Parts of it? Yeah? Okay, I hope you won't be too shocked. But it was a labor, I'd like to say it was a labor of love, but it was pretty much just a labor. I had no idea how difficult it would be, you know, to go back and excavate all those old memories and then feel them enough to articulate them well enough so that everyone would be empathetic and understand and kind of get a sense of connection. So it was really difficult. You know, it was like psychologically, emotionally, and physically taxing. So, but I think it was very important to do. You know, I felt a real responsibility to life itself because life has afforded me so many incredible experiences and so many great, valuable lessons. You know, out of heartache comes such great joy and such appreciation and, you know, gratitude. So I just really wanted to share with everyone my journey and hope that you can connect on some level. You know, we all have more commonalities than differences. And whether you're a mom and you relate to my mother and Brandon and Brody, a single mom as I was very often, if you were living with Elvis Presley or living with a man who thinks he's Elvis Presley, we all have something in common. So anyway, I'm really, really happy to be here with you all. And isn't our Kingsbury High School people here? Woo-hoo! Go Falcons! Hi! Yes, of course. One of my drama teachers. How am I doing so far? And you know who else I acknowledge in the book is Mrs. Crick. Remember Nancy Crick? Yeah, she gave me a great love of language, and so I'll always remember her too, as you. Do you really? Would you please give her my love? That would be great. I'd appreciate that. Can you guys hear me? I'm not professional. So we were going to do a little Q&A. I think if anybody has any questions, if they're not too personal, or if they are, go ahead. We're all family, right? We're all Memphians. Oh, you want to show me? Oh. I know. You know, it was taken in Nashville. You know, Elvis and I were always so careful about taking photographs, you know, and so I was always very protective of him. And we would, you know, always dart in and out, but people always caught candid photographs of us. In 4.5 years, there's bound to be a few. I'm surprised there are as many as there are, though, because, you know, we usually duck in and out of the back ways to go. So, other questions, maybe, or? Yes? Did he ever convince me to dye my hair black? You know, he didn't need to. My hair was pretty dark brown. You know, my joke is that when people see photos of me with long, dark hair, I always say, they go, your hair was dark. Yeah, you know, that's back when I used to dye it brown before I let it go back to its natural blonde. The truth is now, I don't even know what color it is. It's Lady Clairol color. But no, he didn't. But I think by that time in his life, he was, he was still, you know, pretty controlling, but he wasn't into the black hair thing so much then. Oh, okay. Sam, my brother? Ah. Yeah. Sam is moving to Malibu to be with his little baby sister. He and Louise are going to move into my guest house in Malibu, so we're all going to be together in a little condo there. And I'm sure you all have questions. Yes?
When you come back to Memphis, what are some of your favorite
You know what? My favorite things to do are eat. And eat and eat. So today I went to the Blue City Cafe, where I'm staying at the Peabody. So my girlfriend and I, who had never been to Memphis, Dorothy, she came with me she's from San Francisco. So she flew down to LA and she's been on my book tour with me. So I said, come on, let's walk down to Beale Street in the heat, which we did. And we went to the Blue City Cafe and we had, you know, I'm usually almost a vegetarian. I eat fish, but I had ribs today. I did pray for forgiveness, but they were so good. So I had ribs and turnip greens and coleslaw and toast and beans. What else, Dorothy? We had to leave, but we wanted the pecan pie and ice cream. So that's one of my favorite things to do in Memphis, honestly, because in Malibu, you know, people are so health-oriented, which is a great thing in California. It's a wonderful thing, but I miss my turnip greens. Darn it. So I've got a little garden in my backyard, and I have chickens. I brought Tennessee to Malibu. And I make jam every summer. I make plum and apricot jam. So you can take the girl out of Tennessee, but you can't take the Tennessee out of the girl, right? But I really do love to come back and just eat the food here and visit with the people and hear the pretty southern accents that have to kind of be a little relaxed or tired, and then mine comes back more pronounced. Yes, Maria?
What was your favorite thing about hip-hop?
Oh, favorite thing about hip hop, the cast, the people that I worked with, they were just wonderful. And it was like being with extended family. You know, we would get together twice a year, like 3 weeks in June, 3 weeks in October, tape 26 shows. Those 26 shows were rerun. So we were on 52 weeks of the year. It was a great job. You know, you didn't get rich off of it, but it paid the bills, and you know, you're on the air every week, and the people were so great. I'm still really good friends with all the girls, Marianne Rogers and Kathy Baker. I don't hear from very often, but you know, we try to get together when we can. Danella Hutton, she lives up in Santa Barbara. So, you know, we all maintain our friendships, and that was probably the best part of it. And meeting all the country music stars too, that was great. Yes, lady?
Did you play any tricks on Elvis?
Did I play any tricks? Let me sit down. No. Yes. You know, we used to, you know, he had a great sense of humor. Elvis had one of the best senses of humor of anyone in the history of life. And he loved to be silly. I mean, just silly, inane silly. You know, I think I write in the book about sometimes he would come out of his bathroom and he would have his pajamas, you know, tucked under, just right under his nipples, you know, and he would be all bent over, acting like an old man, and, you know, trying to get sexy. Oh, for God's sake, what are you doing? So he was very silly, but there was one time that I really got him good. We were going into the Memphian Theater late at night, so we're walking in, and we passed this couple, and the couple stops and goes, oh my God, you look just like Elvis Presley. And he, you know, he kind of soaked it in for a minute and went, oh, well, you know, I am. And she said, oh, you couldn't be. Are you kidding me? What would Elvis Presley be doing in this parking lot, you know, at the Memphian Theater? Apparently she didn't know he rented it out. And she said, no, you're not. And he said, yeah, I really am. Come on, you're really not. And then he said, honey, come over here and tell these people who I am. So I said, Charlie, come on, you're not pulling that Elvis Presley crap again. And he was just, what? No, I'm serious, tell them it's me. And I said, Charlie, you know, I'm sorry, he gets this all the time, you know, he does look like Elvis, and he gets that all the time, and sometimes he plays jokes. And he was going, no, tell them, it really is me. So then they all started laughing, we started laughing, but that's probably the best, you know, the best time I ever got him. Yes.
What was Elvis's alias when he tried it, like in the hotel?
John something, but you know, John, what was it? Carpenter. Right, yeah, John Carpenter. And it was John something, but you know, I was always with him, so I don't know what the Colonel or other people were setting him up as. But I think that, was there a movie that he was John Carpenter in the movie? Yeah. Change of Habit, you girls know. Man, they know their Elvis stuff. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. No, but I know I was afraid we were going to have one today. Did you guys see that lightning? I was walking around the Peabody room, and all of a sudden I see lightning go between the two buildings. I went, well, I'm gonna step away from this window. It's kind of scary. We don't get those storms in Malibu, so it's kind of fun when I come here and we get like a big thunderstorm, because we don't have that kind of weather out there. We have a lot of sunshine. Yes. I occasionally, I've only been back, I guess, in all these years, I've probably only been back maybe 5 times. But I went back with the TV show Extra. I was a correspondent for Extra for a little while. And I took the crew back and we went through Graceland. And in fact, I think they're going to air that. I'm doing Extra, I'm not doing Extra sometime in the next few days. And they're going to air that footage along with the interview that I do. And then I went back and took my kids, Brandon and Brody, and went through a little tour a few years ago. So it's surreal. Every time you walk in, I know you've all been to Graceland, right? Everybody. So when I go there, though, it's kind of like revisiting such a fantastic part of my past, and a place where I experienced more love and heartache, and all the emotions just come up as soon as I walk through the door. And I always feel like something is missing and something is missing. It's Elvis's energy. I just feel like, wow, he should be here. So it's always just bittersweet when I do go. So I don't go that often. I'm sorry. We're in and out of contact through the years. We were out of touch for a long time. Then I saw her at a YouTube concert, and we got back in touch, and we stayed in touch for a long time. And then I was with her and Michael right after she married Michael Jackson. Nobody knew they were married, including me. Just knew they were friendly with each other. And so, but we've been in and out, and for the last couple of years, I have not talked to her. I know that she's going through a divorce now, and I just read that she's in rehab. So I hope everything's going okay for her. But it's one of those things where your relationship, you lose touch, and then you don't know where they are. She moved to England, so no forwarding address. Yes, I'm sorry. I was waiting for someone to ask about my sons. Wow. I like to say I have one son my age, and the other's 2 years older. When people ask me, and you remember I was never good at math. No, but Brody just turned 33. He just had his 33rd birthday. That's my baby, and Brandon's 35, and Brandon and his wife Leah just had a little baby girl a year ago, and she's like the apple of my eye. I'm so in love with her, and she calls me Lala. I'll share with you that I thought of every stripper name in the book to not be called Grandma. I don't think I want to be called Grandma. That G word, I don't know. So, but truly, if she called me stupid, I would answer to it and be happy that she even just uttered my name and my direction. Yes, they live very near me. She's calling me Lala. That's what she's going to call me. And she's talking a little bit. She has a baby doll named Daisy. And Brandon lives 5 minutes to the right of me, and Brody lives 5 minutes to the left of me. They both, didn't wander very far from Malibu, thank God. They're both surfers. They grew up in an idyllic place for them, surfing and just outdoor life, and they love the beach. So I think that's the key. If you don't want your kids to move away, raise them in a place they never want to leave. So I feel really lucky. But the funny thing is that even though my kids are so nearby, you don't want to be that mom and that mother-in-law, especially, that's intrusive. So I just kind of sit there and wait for them to